Hello, Flosstube. Welcome to my August update. This is Flosstube number 17. I'm laughing because I started this before and it was going great, and I was like, oh my gosh, I started really great. And then I realized I didn't have a microphone plugged in. So I'm glad I realized that, because if I realized it at the end that I recorded a video with like zero audio, I would have been really upset. Anywho, welcome back to all of my new subscribers. Thank you, and all of my returning subscribers. I hope everyone has had a great summer. Mine was great. I had a lot of fun. I'm really sad it's over. I go back to work next week and I'm dreading it, but it'll be great, and that's about it. Oh, I'm not really going to talk much about it, but I did get to go to the New Jersey Flosstube retreat, and I had such a great time meeting everyone that I met there. I loved my table. I got to finally meet Candice, who is slubloverstitches, and it was so cool. It was so cool. We knew each other from Twitch for like 3 years, and it was great to finally meet each other in person, and it's like a really like a long lost friend. Like, I wish we didn't live so far. We're like complete opposites of each other. I'm in New York and she's in California, and so that really stinks. But yeah, today is Fro, you know, Fro Day. Happy Fro Day. I can't get this hair tamed in the humidity, so I give up on it. All right, let's just get started. So yeah, retreat was awesome. It was my first ever retreat, and yeah, I wish I could have that again. It gave me dedicated stitching time, which brings me into my FOs, which after over 3 years, my Mega Man X piece is done, and I finished it at the New Jersey Flosstube retreat. And here it goes. I just won't talk about it anymore. Completely done. I am so happy that this is finished. So this is a personal pattern. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to be releasing it. I did make it myself. I think I might do some editing on some of the colors first before I pass it to friends who want it. There should be more purple in the Chill Penguin, in the Armadillo. Oh my gosh, I think I'm getting some of the names wrong. And in Storm Eagle. But other than that, I'm so happy. And this is on 18 count White Ida, 2/1 full cross. Love it. And the pen came out really great. Like those greeting pens that people are scared of. I only buy the blue DMC brand ones that are for embroidery because I feel like DMC is a trusted brand. So I know a lot of people who have had bad luck with like seamstresses pens showing through after a while. And these, I have another piece that I finished like 2 years ago, and it was in progress for like a year and a half, and it still doesn't have any of the blue lines reappearing after washing. So I really trust the blue DMC pen. So that was one of my FOs. I have another FO. This was like the month of FOs for me. And my other FO was the class schedule Sal by Armada Designs, and I stitched this on, I believe it's 16 count Dusk by Picture This Plus, and this is finished. So I didn't finish it, of course, with the Sal. I fell behind at around the arithmancy block. Just the end of the year was really hard to stitch on it, and it was a hard stitch for me. But I do love it. Now I think I'm going to take Candice's idea and finish it as a quilted banner. I just have to look up exactly how to do that, and then just do it, I guess. I definitely want to get some Potter fabric if I'm going to do that, so I probably have to go to Joann's and pick that up because that's where they have the like the theme stuff, and there's not really a Joann's over here. This hasn't been washed. I don't think I'm going to wash it. I think I'm just gonna iron it. I do typically wash my projects. I did wash Mega Man. It was filthy. But this one, nah. And Mega Man, I haven't decided yet if I want to frame it myself or bring it to a framer. I think I am going to enter it into the New York State Fair next year. So I might go the professional framing route and maybe not do glass until it comes back from the state fair, which it would be at the end of August of next year. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I don't even know if I want to enter it yet. I might finish something else that I really want to enter. Second finish. And then I just had to finish this morning, which makes me glad that I delayed my video. I was going to record this morning and then I just changed my mind, and then I was going to run out to the post office and mail some stuff. But then it started raining and I'm like, okay, it's raining. I'll record this instead. So one of my finishes, because I have 2 other smaller ones, which I don't know if I grabbed them. I have to see. This was a dimensions kit that I had lying around my house for a really, really, really long time. And of course, all the colors are going to get washed out because of the lighting, but it's done with all the called for colors. And with the fabric it came with. So this is just some 14 count blue Ida. And I really love it. I was on the fence about the bottom letters because it did say 1 thread only for the back stitching, but it definitely looks like it was 2 or 3 on the cover of the kit. Let me show you what I mean. But other than that, I really love it. So, oops, I dropped that. So see how the lettering is like thicker there? And then here, it's not as thick. So I thought about just adding in another strand, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I like it the way it is. So I will be finishing that in a frame, and I think it'll fit in a regular 5x7. Yep. It's a 5x7 design. So I'm just gonna iron it out. I'm probably not gonna wash it. Just iron it out and get a nice 5x7, which I think I have sitting around, and I believe I am gifting it to somebody. I think they knew who they are already. I just don't want to say it in case I was wrong and they didn't really want it, and then they're like, I don't want that, and I'll be like, give it back. Sorry, I just like burped a little bit. 2 more finishes. Sorry I have a lot of rustling, but that's gonna be how I search for stuff. As terrible as that is. Yeah, I don't think I have those other 2 finishes with me right now. Hold on, I'll go and grab them. Or at least I think they are an easy grab. They are, okay. And I was able to grab something else I wanted to show also. You can see like my napping station is set there. Oh no, this isn't it. So where the heck are they? Oh no. So I might have to skip on these 2. Oh no, we don't have to skip on them. I found them. I rearranged my craft drawers and stuff like that, and so stuff is like all over the place. But these are 2 little finishes that I had. They are both from Stardew Valley. This is a cauliflower seed bag. And I'll be making that into like a little keychain, scissor fob, whatever. And then this is the little green bean starter bag from Stardew Valley. These are patterned by myself. But you can get series Stardew Valley pattern book, which I think if you Google it, it comes up. There might be an Amazon. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten it yet, and I really want to get it. And I've just been so scattered. I didn't pre-order, and that was the problem. I should have pre-ordered it when I was sitting and ready for it, and I would have had it already. I just can't remember to buy stuff that I want sometimes. Not that I have any money in my Stitch from Stash budget, because I went to Needleworkers Delight in New Jersey during the retreat, and I did some damage. And I did some damage at the freebie table as well, but the freebie table doesn't count from your Stitch from Stash budget. Anywho, moving along, I have my list here to keep me kind of focused. Whips I did work on, and I'll try to insert finished pictures if I can. If I can't, then yeah. And I'll also show what they look like before. So first one is my Jane Austen Sal, which I'm not doing as a Sal because I didn't start when it started. And I don't know how far I showed it in my last video, but if I showed this already, then it's fine. This is on 18 count Vintage Country Mocha. And this is where I am. So almost done with the Sense and Sensibility block, and almost done with the Works of Jane Austen thingy. This piece I absolutely love working on. It's like one of my favorites. Look at those little sheep. And I just love Jane Austen. And sorry for the times that I get really close to the mic. I'll try to level out the sounds when I'm editing, but I really love this piece. And this is 2/1. Love it. Just it finished now. It's the Sal. All the pieces are released. I forget who it's by, and I feel really bad, but I will insert it if I remember in the bottom, or if you want to know, just ask me in the comments and I'll link you. I feel really bad that I don't have that great of a memory. Sorry. I should just write it down on my notes and I keep forgetting. Next, this one I also brought to New Jersey, so I ended up getting a lot of work done. This is my Dark World map from The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. This pattern is available on Etsy. And this is where it is now. I did get a page finish, which was a lot in my Stitch from Stash budget because these pages are huge. This is another full coverage piece, 18 count white Ida. This is one of the last full coverage pieces I'm going to start on anything lower than a 25 or 28 count, because now I am doing half stitches on my full coverage and it goes by faster and they're smaller, and I feel like I can actually get finishes in my lifetime on some of my super BAPs. So this is a super BAP, but my last one that's going to be on 18 count. So this is a page, if I hold it the right way, this is a page that's done right here, is completed. And I really hope I don't have to flop anything in this video, because I don't remember how to do that in the editing software, but I would figure it out if I realized that I did that. Okay. Yeah, darn, I can't remember if this is supposed to be facing, I think it is supposed to be facing the other way. But why does my camera keep switching it? I don't know. Okay, anywho, I got really sidetracked there. And that piece I'm doing 2/1 as well, with just DMC threads. My next is, I think I had showed progress on this one last time. It was a new start. It was a Gyarados TCG card by BroadwayStitching. So I love doing these little Pokemon TCG cards. This one is on 14 count plastic Ida in the called for DMC colors. I'm just trying to see if I can put a white back along it so you don't see through it. And last time it was sort of like a guess that Pokemon, but now you can obviously see who it is now. So it's Gyarados. And I'm doing full color completion. So I did all of the green first, and now I'm working on doing all of the blue, which I really like. Loving this one. Loving them so much. And they make good bookmarks too. So that's Gyarados. And next is Epic Pokemon. Now, during the summer, what I decided to do was whatever piece was in my rotation, I worked on that in the morning for like a good 2 to 3 hours while watching TV and being lazy. And then in the afternoon, I would spin my wheel and see what it picks, just so I can try to see if I can get to some of my whips in the summer and not just rely on getting them in my rotation. Epic Pokemon ended up being in my rotation this summer, and the wheel was loving it. So I had a lot of work done on Epic Pokemon. So I'll show you what it looked like the last time and then what it looks like now. This is the piece that converted me to doing full coverage on 28 count, 2/1 10 stitching. And I also did bring this to New Jersey also, so it did get a lot of love there. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to flip this video around when I'm done, which is fine. I just have to figure out how to do it first, because I don't think I'm in. I don't know, but I don't think it's facing the right way. It looks right when I'm looking at it. Maybe it is. Anywho, almost done with this row. I just have a really skinny sliver over here to do, and then I get to start down here. Oh, and that'll be the official halfway point. Officially halfway. And this is a free pattern by Lord Lebiden. So if you just go to lordlebiden.com, it's there. And Candice is restarting hers. I'm so excited. So we're both going to be Epic Pokemon peoples. Yay! And I'm way behind on the white though, I have to say. On stitching the white, I'm like somewhere over here. So I'm like half a page behind maybe. It'll be fine. I just cannot do white stitching. It's boring. And I still have to pull out this up here. From when I thought, for whatever weird reason in my head, I was going to stitch all that yellow, and then I'm like, whoa, what was I thinking? I'm not stitching all that yellow. Thank you, Candice, for being like, why are you stitching the yellow, dummy? Hang On Kitty was in my whip, but it's not anymore. Summer Cottage. This is my seasonal piece. So I have a seasonal piece for the fall, winter, summer, and spring. And since it is summer, I just ran to grab it. I am working on the Summer Cottage. It's from this book. And this is the summer one that's on the cover. So this is what it'll look like when it's done. And I might have a picture of what it looked like the last time. So I work on it in the season that we're in so I can do some seasonal stitching, because I don't get to do a lot. And this one is currently in a spring tension hoop. So I'm not going to fully take it out, but I will unroll it around so you can see. So this is done on some 14 count Ida that I hand dyed myself to look like the Summer Sky Jobelin that it wanted in 28 count, but I just did it in a 14 count and I dyed this myself. So I did get another page finish, and I am working on doing some more of the back stitching, which will finish another page. And then I'll be able to work over here, which will be the flag and all that other stuff. I'm still undecided if I want to include that American flag. I'm not very patriotic, and it kind of isn't my thing. And I'm also thinking of replacing it with a Puerto Rican flag, because that's what I am. So I would have to think about how I'm going to chart that. So I don't want to fully clip this and waste time. I want this to be a somewhat fast video, but I want to also have not so much mess to clean up so I can get to the post office. Man, did summer stitching go fast. Alrighty, next. Oh, that was it for my whips. Now is my sow, which I have to say is going to be a whip now, because I fell really far behind in my Bob Ross sow by K Warning, the Happy Little Stitch Along. I just couldn't keep up and I couldn't stay motivated. And so, and it's a lot. It's 50. It's released every 3 weeks. It's full coverage. And it's 50 by 50 every 3 weeks. And that is a lot, full coverage, and it's confetti. So that was hard for me. So it's going to become a whip now, which I'm fine with. But here's where I am. Oh, I'll unravel some of it, not all of it. Here we go. So this is on some 32 count easy guide. And it's done with 10 stitching, which I thought would help me not fall behind, but I fell behind. I also became unmotivated when I tried to do complete color completion on a page, and then it became really dense and I couldn't find where the smaller colors were, if that makes any sense. And I put it in timeout for too long, and then I forgot that it needs to move along because it's a stitch along. But I don't know why I keep pretending that I'm going to stay up to date with a stitch along. Alright, there was another one that was about to be released, not by the same creator, but I was like, stitch along? I'm not doing a stitch along, because I just can't keep up. New starts. So after finishing Mega Man, I was like, I deserve another BAP. Even though I still have 2 in progress that are not close to being done. But this piece I really wanted to do, and I'll insert a picture of what it'll look like done. Why is my computer flashing at me? Stop it. I just wanted to do it. And since I was at the retreat, I was like, let me just get the fabric. Let's do 10 stitching. It'll be fine. So I will be doing Nesta Rows. So it is called the Game of Mushroom Kingdoms. It's a free pattern you can find on Sprite Stitch. It's huge. There's one person on YouTube who has a time-elapsed video of them finishing it. It's amazing. I wish I could do a time-lapse video, but I cannot for the life of me think of how to take the picture exactly the same every day, even though my boyfriend was like, this is what you have to do, and I'm like, I'm too dumb to understand that. This will never be finished. It is so huge that it's 2 PDFs. Candice, slubloverstitches, is also going to be doing Nesteros, which I'm so excited. I am stitching the water. I don't know if she is stitching the water. I think she's also picking a smaller count fabric and going to be doing full crosses. It's going to be crazy. Anywho, this is my start. And this fabric I got at Needleworkers Delight at Silk Weavers. It is a 28 count Lugana in the colorway Ice Water. I don't remember and I don't have it. The start is going to be really hard to see because it's white. So sorry guys. But I have a little itty bitty, you can kind of see it there, start. Oh good, my camera focused. So there it goes. That's it. That made it a start. And it is basically going to take up this entire fabric. Ta-da! I'm excited. I am excited. Oh, and I forgot to describe what it was. So it is called the Game of Mushroom Kingdom. So it's from Super Mario World, but they recreated the outside world map to represent Game of Thrones. Isn't that freaking awesome? And I would like to do the Super Mario World one originally, because I have a piece that I finished from that game already, one of the maps, which was Valley of Bowser, which I'll insert a picture of the finished piece here, which was I think before I even ever filmed Flosstube videos. And it's still not framed, but it's okay. It's okay. It'll get there. Another new start is I am arranging on the Pixel Stitch Discord, which is series Discord, why is my camera, was it sideways this whole time? Probably. A Biscornu swap, so this will be my first Biscornu. This has been a mystery stitch. I haven't been showing it on my Instagram because I'm worried that the person I'm gifting it to follows my Instagram, but I don't think they follow my YouTube. And if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry I spoiled their surprise. But I designed this Biscornu and I love it. I'm going to make myself a bigger version when I'm done with this one. My person loves Tamagotchi and I love Tamagotchi. And I really want to get one of the new ones because they look really cool. And I've been watching people on Instagram like talk about their Tamagotchi. So this is on a piece of 32 count. Ooh, here we go again. I'm really sorry that I never know. But I bought this at Dixie Darling. And this is just some 32 count linen. And this is my first time stitching on linen 1/1. And the thing of the stitch slipping kept happening to me, and I got really, really upset, and I put this piece in timeout. And then the wonderful thing about going to a retreat is I went to New Jersey, and Gen X Stitcher, Larissa, and Candice helped me understand how to stitch on linen. And it changed my life. And I came back, they gave me this great webpage that explained it even better. Like, not even better, but just gave me visuals, which I really need. Wow, just have a messy back. It's true. Just have a messy back. And my cat is here. And she's never here. So this is my baby. Me and her had a great summer. She's obsessed with me. So she meows anytime I leave. And she harasses me when I come back. And now she's trying to get away. But I love her. And she's getting a little pudgy. So, oh, my project. Anywho, yeah. So now it's not slipping anymore and I'm having a great freaking time. And I'm stitching it in hand. I just don't know what to do with the really big slubby parts yet. Like, I had this really huge slub. I don't know if it'll focus on it. I could manually make it focus, but do it. Anywho, I just stitched over it like it's one stitch, but it looks kind of weird. But I think it'll be okay. And I chose to do it on such a small count. Actually, I think this is 30 count. Does that sound right? I don't know. It's either 30 or 32. Because I charted it 100 by 100 because the sprites were really big. So if you don't know, this is a Tamagotchi over here. This is the poop. And these are like little characters from the Tamagotchi game. This one will be 2. This is a Candy. My cat is like nuzzling my book. I don't know if you can see her. Is she on that side? Where is she? She's, yeah, there she goes. She's doing some weird stuff. Anywho. So instead of it being like the 50 by 50, and that's why that cushion is always like slowed down because they sleep on there. I had to do 100 by 100, so I didn't want it to be a huge biscornu, so I decided to do a smaller count of fabric. Anywho, I really got on a tangent with that. So this is this. So this will be done soonish because I have to ship it out in October, so I really need to like kick my own booty and get to work. So that's another new start. Then I also decided to start my first ever mill hill. And this is Moonstruck. And I've never done any beading. So this will be my first time working with beads. And I love it because it has a black cat. And I had also bought this at Dixie Darling, like, was that last year already? Or 2 years? I don't know. Last year. I'll say last year. Makes it sound better than 2 years ago. Yeah, last year. Went to Gatlinburg, I think so. I don't know. Anywho. Oh, it's in here. So yeah, I'm doing, of course, the perforated paper. I'm like, where's my fabric? So I have a little itty bitty start on this. I think it's this way. Where's that thing I had before? Dun, dun, dun. I'm more rambly today than ever. Sorry, guys. There we go. So that's a little start on that. And then I also, now it won't go back in the packaging. And then I also decided to have a new start. Frosty Friends by Lizzie Kate. So sorry for the rustling, but these do not fit in my project bag right now. And I don't have a bajillion project bags. Frosty Friends by Lizzie Kate. This is also my first Lizzie Kate. And I'm doing this on, look at that, I have the fabric labeled. This is a 16 count. Hand dyed by Color and Cotton. So this came from my subscription. So look at that. I'm using my subscription club. And this is Tea Leaves. And I'm not doing the called for colors because I did not feel like breaking my Stitch from Stash budget for some weeks or Crescent. I forget what Crescent is called now. So instead I am using Dinky Dyes and DMC Variegated. And if you want to know the colors I chose, just let me know. And this is my start. And I'm planning for this to be a gift for my boyfriend's mom, which I don't think she watches my YouTube, so it'll be fine. She likes snowmen. And she likes snowmen that are not Christmas themed so that they can be up even after Christmas time. And this one isn't. And it's going great so far. And I'm able to use my cool Dinky Dyes that I got in the Oops pack, and those are silks and fancy floss, so I don't have a lot of fancy floss. So whenever I get to use like my Dinky Dyes, I get really excited. And I do like the DMC Variegateds, honestly. They are cute. And a lot of them are easy to sub. So, you know, if you're like me and you don't have a lot of fancy flosses and you still want to do a project, just do it. Who cares? Use what you have. Be happy. I'm planning on switching my fabric subscription after this year. So I did half a year in 28 counts and up from Color and Cotton, and then I did the other half of the year in Ida's 18 and down, so I can build that whatchamacallit, collection of fabric, and I did 1/8 of a yard for each. And then I think in the new year I'm going to do her floss club so I can build up some of my floss colors that are not DMC. And then I'm also planning on buying a few weeks here and there for projects, only if they're really small. Like if I need a lot of a skein for a project, I'm probably not going to do it in weeks. It just breaks my budget and I'm kind of poor. And I think that's it, guys. I did have a crochet finish, but I might just insert a picture or show it in my next video because it's not fully finished. I just have to weave in an end. I have no reading. I have a hard time reading in the summer. I do a lot of my reading when I'm traveling to and from work, which will be interesting this year because me and my boyfriend will be taking the train in the morning most likely, so I probably won't be reading in the morning. And we might see each other on the train home because we'll be leaving work at the same time. So I really don't know what's going to happen with my reading because I really do have a hard time reading outside of my commute. And I do like all of my books, but I don't read at home because I'm just so distracted by everything else. I was trying during the summer to put on like a 15-minute timer and just read for 15 minutes a day, because that's about the amount of time I read on one of my legs to work. So it's like between, you know, 15-30 minutes of reading that I get dedicated 5 days a week. It's not happening now. But what book did I finish last time? Yeah, so my last book that I finished was Stormfront and At First Sight. And right now I'm reading The Hobbit. I'm trying to give the Lord of the Rings series a chance. I didn't like it when I was younger, and I'm revisiting a lot of old books that I did not read, and now I'm finding that I like them. So I'm trying this one to see if now that I'm older I can like it. But I do have a piece of haul. I'm not going to show all of the haul I got at Needleworkers, just because I know I personally have not been watching haul. I know a lot of people like haul. I've been skipping haul. I'm so behind in Flosstube, and also haul has just become like not one of my favorite things. Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it in your video. You should totally do it if you want to, and I know people like it. I just personally have not been watching the haul sections. But I will show you my color and cotton. So this was a piece of 16 count in taffy, and this is part of my subscription club, so it's a really pretty pink. It's bigger than this, but I'm not going to unfold it because then it gets all weird. It's a little bit darker than how it's showing. It's actually, no, it's not close to my t-shirt. It's actually pretty true in relation to my pink t-shirt. So love this. Love, love, love. I've loved all of the fabrics that I've been getting from my color and cotton subscription club. And then other than that, I think I'm done. What I will do is I would like to, nobody entered my giveaway for my last video, which is fine. If you don't want those patterns, it's totally fine. But if you do want them, visit my last video and I'll just send it to you. First come, first serve this time. So if you go to my last video and you see those patterns there, if you comment on this video that you would like them, I will send them to you. First come, first person who says they want them, you got them. Because I just really need to get rid of some stuff. I would like to pass along the stash of this DMC Hang in There kitty kit. I did have a lot of floss left over. It probably isn't enough to do an entire cat again, but it's pretty easy to color match, and there are only 2 colors that use a blend. So in the kitty, the little brownish is a blend, and the 2 brownish colors are the only ones that use 2 threads put together. And I'll send you everything that I have left over. So you'll get the kit, and all of the leftover floss that I had. If you would like to stitch this, just say I would like to stitch the kitty, and I'll enter you into the drawing for that one. And if nobody wants it, then first come, first serve on my next video. Alright, so that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in September sometime, hopefully. We'll see how work goes and my schedule and how I'll film. I know I've missed months before. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I gotta run to the post office. So everyone take care, happy stitching, stitch what you love, don't let the stitchy police get to you, because I have been on Facebook and Instagram, and the stitchy police have not been kind. Do not let the stitching police get to you. And also don't let mean people get to you. Stitch whatever you want, do however you want it, and enjoy it. It's a hobby. If you want to have a messy back, you have a messy back. You know, if you want to just use DMC like me, and you know, you just have a few little dinky dies that you just bought randomly and use those, use it. Like, I don't understand what this whole shaming thing is that's going on lately, but it's like not okay. And this is mainly aimed at Facebook. I don't really see it happen much in the Flosstube community, though I don't really read through other comments. But I really hope people are not being that way, because that's not okay. This is a hobby. It's fun. Stitch whatever you want. Stitch what you love. And have a good time. Happy stitching. Enjoy the rest of summer. And next time I see you, it'll probably be fall, which is like one of my favorite seasons. I hate the summer. So bye everyone. Take care.